care. Lick it.
I'm definitely gonna get a lot of hate for this, but can we talk about how men of color and white women are kind of the same?
Okay, she's right. We know that. Something I'd like to add that I think about sometimes. I think of identities kind of like speaking a language. And when you have intersectional identities, it's kind of like you can speak multiple languages. And you know how if you can speak 2 languages, it's easier for you to speak 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. If you have an intersectional identity, you understand, say you're a black woman, you understand the way race operates, you understand the way, like, racism operates, you understand the way sexism operates. So now you are more likely to understand how homophobia operates and how transphobia operates. For white women and black men, they can only speak English in that sense. And so when it comes to other languages, they're like,
You know, I sat here and listened to what she had to say, in her reasoning mind about her analogy on the similarities between a black man and a black woman. And that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What does that have to do with a black man and a white woman? And they speak in one language. When it comes to a black man and a white woman, they only know how to speak one language. What the heck does that mean? Oh, so what she's saying is that black men never experienced racism? Oh, so black women experience other things as well because of racism and sexism and all that stuff like that? I did one video on this female once before, and I want to say some things, but I'm not into the name calling and stuff like that. I've gotten out of that, and I don't like doing that, and it's not nice. But really think about what she said. And this Asian chick or whatever she was that come on and she said that she sees a similarity that the black man and the white woman are the same, but she didn't break it down in what? In what ways? Now, her breaking down of it is just as crazy as, I guess, the thinking in her head. Because that is really off the wall. That's like a Michael Jackson album back in the day called Off the Wall. That was off the wall. Because her analogy had holes all through it. It didn't make any sense. I was waiting to hear something that was, that made logical sense. And I didn't get none of that. And in the end, her explanation of a black man and a white woman was the fact that they couldn't speak other languages. What the? Oh my goodness. You see, you know what, people? You got to be careful out here when you start trying to think too hard on something because it comes out garbled in your brain, warped. Because, she shouldn't even gotten on video and even said something out of her mouth. That did not make any sense at all. Did that make sense to y'all? Did that make any sense? I don't know. Maybe is that a female thing or whatever? What does that have to do with the black man and the white woman? I don't get it. I really don't. Are we like Karens? We like that? Now, her theory is, as far as black women, she talks about something about some intersectional identities. Whatever the heck that means. And then they can, because of that, as her, analogy, they can easily speak different languages. But black men and white women mostly similar because they only can speak one language. That is the most, oh God. Okay, let me, okay, you said black men and white women are similar. Let me ask you something. Have white women been lynched before? Do they have a history of being lynched? Do they have a history of having their genitals castrated? Do they have a history of having their certain members of their body amputated for the sake of punishment? Do white women have the history of being whipped, 30 to 40 to 50 times or 100 lashes for something that they failed to do? Do white women have a history of getting shot down by the police just by asking for identity and pulling out their wallet, getting blasted away, or getting shot down the street for no reason at all. I remember there was a case where this black man, police told him to get down on the ground, and he got down on the ground, and he had his hands up, and he still shot him. So, I mean, that's the dumbest thing. And you know what? This Asian chick that got on, before to ask that question. So this one decided to answer the question. This chick right here cut her off because the Asian chick, I was waiting to hear more what she had to say as far as basically, her claim was concerned. But I couldn't because this ding dong, all right, excuse me, you know what? I said I wasn't going to, I said, forgive me, God. I said I wasn't going to do that. I said I wasn't going to, calling their names and stuff like that. I'm above that. Okay, yeah, forgive me, Jesus. All right, so anyway, that, like I said, that is the most stupidest thing that I've ever heard. Well, it's up there with the top ones. Oh my goodness. So, what did she decided, you know what? Yeah, you know what? This sounds good. I think I'll say that. Did she rehearse this? Because it sounded like she rehearsed it. This nonsense. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm not mad. I don't get mad. Only dogs get mad. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was just a little perturbed behind the fact that she come out with her mouth with something that didn't make any sense.